24 hours away from Texans Dolphins preseason week 2. Let's talk about it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Let's get into some Miami-Houston preseason preview week 2. Appreciate everyone that subscribed. If you're not, hit that bell for the notifications to turn on. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the most energetic Houston sports YouTuber in all of Houston sports. His name is Harley. I'm glad you're watching. Let's continue. Texans, boys, girls, children of all ages, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a big week 2, and where we expect the starters to take the majority of the snaps. I'm expecting CJ. He's got to play at minimum a first quarter, at most a half. I'm expecting somewhere in between. I'm not going to get my hopes up because it is still not as transparent as I wish it was for the Houston Texans organization when it comes to the quarterback position. I wish it was just a little more transparency from this organization. I would like them to say, yeah, CJ Stroud, who we already know he's going to be starting Saturday, he's going to play the first half. Like, I would like to hear that. I would love to hear that, actually. We all know that CJ Stroud is the topic of conversation when it comes to the preseason games. Don't let that fray away from all the rest of the players on this team. Tank Dell is going to be someone that Texans fans are going to keep their eyes on. How's he going to come off that week 1 performance of a 5-catch, 65 yards, and a touchdown? 3 red zone touchdowns, by the way, in day 1 of the joint practice. How are they going to stop him? I don't think they do. I'd like to see him against a few ones in the cornerback position. Not that they have strong corners at all. They have a little problem with Xavier Howard right now for the Dolphins, so they have to get that situated as well. The cornerback position for them is weak from what it looked like to me. I mean, they made Nico Collins look all world. And Nico, look, sure, he had himself a day in day 2, but I know as Texans fans, we don't necessarily expect Nico to continue performing like that, but I hope he does. Prove me wrong. I hope he has a breakout year. I'd love to see it. We all love to see it as Texans fans. So that's what it is with the wide receivers. I'd like to see the run game used a lot more. I need to see what this offensive line, who is going to come out for the offensive line. I'd like to see Laramie Tunsil out there. I'd like to see the first-team offensive line with CJ Stroud. Yes, that includes George Fant, but the only way he's going to get better is to create more chemistry with the starters. And yeah, he was horrible day 2 in joint practice. That right side was disgusting, sometimes up the middle as well, but predominantly that right tackle, George Fant. We got to get through it somehow. I'd like to see him get a lot more reps and see, what do we got at right tackle? I know we're going to have to sustain for it in week 1. Hopefully it's no longer than that. Titus Howard looks like he's ready to come back, even with a club on his hand. I would take him immediately. That's for another video for another day. So that's the Texans offense. Let's get into the defense. I'd like to see a splash play from Will Anderson. I really like to see a sack tomorrow's game for Will Anderson. I would enjoy that so much. I know every fan will. But, man, we've seen him all over the place in training camp. I like to see it on the field. Give me a sack. I like to get a little excited, too. The secondary is the strongest thing on this team. I'm not worried about them whatsoever. Let's see who starts. Let's see who sits. I would like Blake Cashman to play. And I'd like to see some results on the field compared to training camp where he's been amazing. But he did sat out for the joint practices. He had a little bit of a minor injury-ish kind of thing. And then the talk of training camp for the defensive side was actually Christian Harris. Let me see what this man is cooking, because he was absolutely roasting some Dolphins over the barbecue pit. We were eating Finn burgers for the day. It was absolutely beautiful. They called it Cal's Cookout, where Christian Harris had his food truck out there calling Finn's Burgers, all right? Fins up, right? That's what he was doing out there to that Dolphins offense, So with that being said, I'm hopeful that the offense can progressively move the ball down the field. That is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping CJ Stroud looks average to above average, and he is consistently getting the ball down the field. I need to see a drive from him. I need to see him push that ball down the field. I'd like to see a touchdown, damn it. Is that asking for too much? No, it shouldn't be. He only had 4 passes in week 1. I expect him to at least, let's say, multiply that by 4, so 16 pass attempts. I would like to see something around that range for a CJ Stroud. Give me that offense to continue moving down the field and let him get some confidence and let him feel a lot more comfortable in an NFL environment. And now we can have the national media and all these people just back off a little bit. That's what I would like to see in a perfect world. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.